It was announced earlier this week that Tesla Motors will finally be added to the S&P 500. This is something that investors have been wanting to see happen for a long time. We can see how much excitement has surrounded this move, with having Tesla jump up 13% in after-hours trading since the news was announced, and is up over 20% this week alone. This is a huge win for Tesla, and I will go into exactly what this means for the company, as well as what this means if you're a Tesla shareholder. I will also be answering questions such as, why wasn't Tesla already in the S&P 500, where I think Tesla stock price is headed, and if you should buy Tesla stock now. This video took tons of research, so I would really appreciate if you guys take 1 second and hit that like button. Don't do it for me at this point, do it for Elon Musk. So first off, Tesla has not officially been added to the S&P 500. This will take place in a couple weeks on December 21st. So why is Tesla joining the S&P 500 so important? Well, the S&P 500 is a proxy of the US equity market. It is an index that contains some of the biggest and most important companies in our American economy. The S&P 500 has the safe and big value companies that make up the Dow Jones, but it also has the ambitious technology companies that make up the NASDAQ. When comparing the S&P 500 to the Dow is very concentrated on index weight. Yes, there are some technology companies in there such as Apple and Salesforce, but it is very traditional and has stable companies such as Home Depot, Disney, and IBM. These are very slow moving and kind of boring stocks. Overall, it is very balanced and there isn't a huge amount of weight within one stock in this index. On the other side, there is the NASDAQ. The top 20 companies in the NASDAQ are mostly all technology companies. Included in the top 10 is Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Alphabet, and yes, Tesla. The composition percentage of the top 3 companies in the NASDAQ makes up 30% of the index alone. These 3 companies control 30% of the entire valuation of the NASDAQ index. Now, the S&P 500, which is the holy grail of stock market indexes. This index is a good balance of the growth and value portions of our economy, but it has been leaning towards more of the technology companies, with the top 5 weighted companies being Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, and Alphabet. The S&P 500 is the best mix of the most impactful companies in the US. These companies basically make up the American economy. That's why you hear people refer to the S&P 500 as the market. Tesla met the requirements it needed to join the S&P 500 earlier this year, with the main ones being it needs to be a US-based company, must have a market cap of over $8.2 billion, and needs to have 4 consecutive profitable gap quarters. The last one was the biggest one that Tesla needed to reach. They met the requirements last quarter, but were still snubbed. You would think a company like Tesla would be an impactful part of the American economy. It is the 10th most valuable US company in terms of market cap, with the company being valued at over $400 billion. Not to mention that Tesla is also the most valuable automaker of all time. Why did it take the S&P 500 committee so long to finally add them to the index? There's tons of rumors out there saying that the company was too big in size, but the real reason that Tesla was not added to the index in the first place was because the S&P 500 committee did not like Tesla's volatility. They didn't like the tax credits that Tesla was receiving, and most people that were in charge of deciding whether Tesla made it into the S&P 500 or not thought that Tesla had a bad business model and was bound to go bankrupt. But even after all of this, Tesla is still continuing to beat expectations, they're still continuing to grow, and they're silencing all of their critics. The media and analysts do not like Tesla. Every time Tesla has a bad report, you see tons of articles about how Tesla is doomed and is a horrible company. They are really a true underdog company. Nobody ever expected them to get to this point, let alone be added to the prestigious S&P 500. Tesla being added to the S&P 500 changes all of this. It's taken one step closer to being taken more seriously. It is now considered a blue chip stock. There were concerns with Tesla being added to the S&P due to its size. You have to keep in mind that Tesla will be the biggest company ever added to the index, with having over a $400 billion market cap. This will surely have a pretty big impact on the S&P 500 index. Okay, so why is Tesla joining the S&P 500 so important? The S&P 500 is the most popular index in the US stock market. Tesla being added to the S&P 500 means that it will now be in the portfolios of millions of investors, institutions, and people all around the world. Most of the time, these fund managers do not outperform the market as a whole. They take tons of commissions and fees for getting you less results than you can just get by yourself when you put your money into an index fund. When you look at some of the largest and most popular index funds, they basically all mirror the S&P 500. So when people invest into the S&P 500 index, they're investing into Tesla as well. Passive funds that track the S&P 500 are going to have to buy Tesla stock. So there's going to be billions of dollars forced into Tesla stock, which in theory would push the stock price up. So where do I think Tesla stock price is headed? I'm just going to throw it out there. I personally see Tesla stock heading to around $600 per share. This is for a couple of reasons. Everyone has been excited for this, and we've been expecting this to happen for a while now. If I were to take a guess, there's going to be tons of hype and excitement that lead up to that December 21st date when Tesla is officially added to the S&P 500 index. People will start to view Tesla with a better perception. It is now classified as a blue chip stock, so this will make investors more comfortable about Tesla's volatility. They'll start to view it as a reliable and valuable company. But keep this in mind, the news about Tesla joining the S&P 500 will actually have a bigger impact than the company joining the index itself. This happened a few months ago when Tesla announced it was splitting its shares. This led to the stock price skyrocketing, even though the actual effects of the split did nothing to help the company fundamentally. There's still a few weeks till Tesla actually gets added to the index, so I think investors are going to be trying to get in on Tesla stock at a good price before that date actually rolls around. I know this logically makes no sense, but it's just a phenomenon we're used to seeing when it comes to Tesla stock. And now for the question everybody wants to know: should you buy Tesla stock after this announcement? Personally, I'm not selling my shares, but I'm not buying any either. In the short term, I do see Tesla stock price increasing a good amount, and if you're a long-term investor that plans on holding Tesla for the next 5 to 10 years, then yes, right now would probably be a good time to buy Tesla stock. On the other hand, if you're just looking to get in on the stock for a quick profit, then I would be a little bit more cautious. We don't know exactly what's going to happen when that December 21st date actually comes. For all we know, Tesla's stock price could actually drop. Even though I think that's very unlikely to happen, there's just so much more hype surrounding the stock than ever before. I'm very interested to see what will happen to Tesla stock after it is officially added to the S&P 500, and I'm very excited since Tesla makes up a big part of my stock portfolio. Let me know your Tesla price predictions down below and what you think will happen. That's gonna wrap it up for today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. I make videos on investing, personal finance, the stock market, and tons of other topics. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.